Today on Focal Point, we are going to learn about Entre Nosotros with host Gilbert Gonzalez. Next, we're going to see what students have to say about Valentine's Day and what's popping in the bookstore. Stay with us. Welcome to Focal Point on CCP TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. I'm Darlene Muntz, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum. Today, I am here with Gilbert Gonzalez, the senior designer here at Community College of Philadelphia and the host of Entre Nosotros. Mr. Gonzalez is named one of the Delaware Valley's most influential Latinos for 2013 by the Philadelphia Multicultural Affairs Council and named Community Activist of the Year in 2013. Welcome, Gilberto.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tell us about Entre Nosotros.
Well, Entre Nosotros is a show that was founded a few years before I came to host by Maria Teresa Ortega. I kind of forget her name, but she was host of the show. And then she left, and then I somehow became the host, and it's a great experience to be the host of a show that's done both in English and Spanish.
Where did the idea for the show come from?
Philadelphia has a significant Latino population, and I think the idea of the show came because there was a need to reach that community.
What do you plan to accomplish with your show?
Well, there are quite a few things. One is that I really want Philadelphia to learn about Latinos in the city. I want Philadelphia to understand that we have been here, we are here, and we're contributing to the fabric of the city and the college. So I hope that the guests that come on the show have the opportunity to tell their story, to tell not just the Latino community, but the city, what they're contributing.
What changes have you made since coming aboard to the program?
One of the biggest changes is that we do it in both Spanish and English. Then the other aspect of it is when I ask questions, I try to let the person guide the conversation. I try to let the person speak during most of the show because I try really hard to make sure that they're the focus, you know.
Wow, nice. Why do you have shows in both English and Spanish?
80% of the Latino community in Philadelphia does speak English. But that small 20%, you know, we didn't want to leave them out. So it's it's good to do it in both languages because then we reach everyone. You know, so the same person most of the time will do the interviews in both languages.
What are some of the guests you've had on your show?
Well, we've had State Representative Angel Cruz. We've had the Consulate of Mexico, Carlos Giralt. We've had Maria Quiñones. We've had Gloria Quesares, who passed away. She was the LGBT. She worked for the Office of LGBT Affairs for the mayor. We had her on the show, and she since then passed away. We've had fashion designers. And the other thing I try to do on the show is we have performers, we have singers. Through Entre Nosotros, people get to know who our people are and what they're doing.
Do you have a favorite?
I just know so many of these people. Like I think everyone that comes in the show at one point or another is someone that I personally have done work with.
What other things would you like to do with the show that you think that would benefit the Latino community?
To continue to interview not necessarily the most famous people in the community, but the people that are working in the grassroots level. They don't necessarily get the recognition that they need and deserve. That's one thing that I definitely would like to expand on, is bring in grassroots organizations that do the work that impact people directly.
Wow. Are there any guests that you would like to see on the show?
So my goal is to expand and bring some more New Yorkers, maybe Jennifer Lopez. you know, I mean, like, it's just as a, you know, as a, you know, as a host and as an educator and as a community activist, you know, I connect with people not just in Philadelphia, but in New York, Camden, and definitely the grassroots folks, but then also people that are at a national level too.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today. It was wonderful having you on the show today, Gilberto.
No, thank you. It was an honor for me. Thank you.
Now, let's take a look at what CCP students think about Valentine's Day.
It kind of gives people a reason to buy, you know, chocolates, cards, and kind of gear it towards maybe a little more, you know, on the market side of just buying things for someone, you know.
I think Valentine's Day is a hallmark holiday just because I don't have anyone to celebrate it with, and I never had one.
I feel it's a day where you can express your love for another person, but you just more so can incorporate acts of love daily for the people that you appreciate in your life.
Valentine's Day is not a couple's only day. Anybody can have a Valentine, even if it's not their partner.
My history of Valentine's Day traditionally is it starts out with positive intentions, but it always ends up in a negative situation.
The past decade, I haven't had a significant other on a Valentine's Day, so I would say it's more associated with negative than positive.
Valentine's Day for me has always been more of a positive experience. I've never had a significant other to have it with, but I've always enjoyed it with like my family and friends most of the time.
My history of Valentine's Day has been usually like a couple more breakups than I'd like to say, but you know, so for me it's more negative.
Valentine's Day aims towards everyone, anyone lonely, anyone who wants someone in any type of way or to a degree. Everyone just wants to be loved.
I think it's more so for people who are in relationships, but also aspiring to have someone significant in their life.
It's because the things you can do with your significant other, you can't with your parents.
Even though you could spend it with family and all, that's where the Philios love will come in as family. The Eros love will be between two people, and then the Agape love is just unconditional. So Valentine's Day would be more geared to the Eros.
Over the years, it's grown into a tradition, such as other holidays, for people to have excuses to, you know, to have this one night of the year to pull out all the stops, and basically the women, they can get the lingerie, and the guys, they can just go out and get the roses, and you know, and also give them the guts to approach that woman that they interested in by getting them candy and a card.
I believe that Valentine's Day used to be a Roman holiday or a Greek holiday in which teenagers were allowed to copulate, but the Christians cleaned that up a long time ago. That's my belief.
So it became a symbol of a day for people who wanted to be monogamous to come together and show their soul appreciation for each other.
No, my views for Valentine's Day have kind of stayed the same. I still think it's the same holiday that everyone with a significant other will enjoy themselves with.
I felt as though I was more naive when I was younger, and based on the fact as I grow up now, I just see it as a money holiday more than anything. Like, yes, every day you should profess your love to that significant other, but you don't really have to choose Valentine's Day, like I said before, to show that one, whoever it may be, your affection and your love for them. You can make that any day or any anniversary date, birthday, any day.
I will say that it's best romantic day ever.
Weren't those some lovely opinions? Now we all know that there's a lot of buzz when starting a new semester. New schedules, new teachers, and even new books. Our bookstore department seems to be the busiest department on our main campus. Let's have a look.
I arrived at the bookstore at approximately 8 o'clock, very early, and I stood in line for about a half an hour to 45 minutes, even though I was one of the first people there.
Actually, I avoided line this semester, so I got my books online, and it was pretty convenient for me.
I got in line at 10:30 in the morning for the bookstore, and I was there for about 45 to an hour.
I stood in line about 20 minutes.
I believe the busiest time of day at the bookstore will be around 1 p.m.
Well, I heard that the busiest time of day is probably around 12, but I did go earlier around 10:30, and that was pretty busy as well.
I think the busiest time of day is in the morning time.
The most expensive book I've ever had to purchase was for the CIS class for computer science. It was approximately $120, and I did not have financial aid at that point, so I had to pay out of pocket.
The most expensive book I had to buy was for an environmental science class I was taking my spring semester of 2015, and that cost me about $145.
The most expensive book I had to buy so far this semester was an English book. I paid $80 for it.
The most expensive book I bought this semester was $35 because I got it off of Amazon. But prior to this semester, the most expensive book I had was about $160.
I honestly don't know why textbooks are so expensive. You're in a class for a semester, just for not really a very long period of time, and you don't really read the entire book.
Textbooks are expensive, I believe, because people don't really print things anymore. Everything is very digitally available. It's a lot cheaper than printing.
I believe textbooks are really expensive because of the work that the professors put behind the research and the prep in regards to the books. However, they do have to take in consideration that we are students, and maybe they, should lower those a little bit. But if not, you can always go to Amazon like I did.
For me, I believe it's more convenient to buy the textbook in person. You can see the book, you can actually see what condition the book is in, if it's used. You can also speak with people in person that work at the bookstore. So for me, I just like face-to-face contact when purchasing a book. I know it's convenient for people to purchase the book online who are paying out of pocket, but since I'm under financial aid, I can't do that.
For me, it was more convenient to purchase the books inside of the bookstore. A lot of the staff can help direct you onto where to find the books, help you with prices. If the books are not in stock, they'll let you know as soon as possible when they are.
I think that it is more convenient to buy textbooks in the store, but if they're not available, I purchase them online.
I think it's more convenient to buy your books online because it avoids the line, and it also avoids paying extra for your books if you do purchase them from Amazon like I did.
I believe that I would be able to attend CCP even without the help of financial aid for textbooks, because there are alternatives to the bookstore. They have websites online where the textbooks are a lot cheaper for rent or to buy them, because normally you don't read the whole book anyway for that semester. So I believe that I could.
If it wasn't for financial aid helping me with books and also with classes and things of that nature, I wouldn't be attending Community College of Philadelphia, probably any school, to be honest.
I do not think that if I did not have financial aid that I would be able to attend CCP.
Because I am a full-time worker and I do have bills that I have to pay for as a single person. So with the textbooks and financial aid coming in, it's definitely a plus for me.
You heard it here, guys. If you don't want to wait outside, order your books online. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank my guest, Gilberto Gonzalez, and the viewers for tuning in. You have been watching Focal Point, the Community College of Philadelphia magazine show on CCP TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. All segments for Focal Point are produced by the students in the digital video production curriculum. I'm Darlene Muntz, a student in the communication arts curriculum here at CCP. See you next time.